So, in the show, it was explained that the world government erased all information about Rox D. Zebek. But don't you still find it a bit weird how no one has ever mentioned the guy before? I mean, even Luffy still hasn't heard about him. Rox was the captain of the most dangerous pirate crew, as well as captain of 3 former emperors. Everyone in the world must have known who he was, so why does no one talk about him? We know the world government didn't literally erase him from everyone's memories, because Kaido and many Marines still remember him really well. I know Oda is making him out to be all mysterious, but still, the One Piece world should be more realistic than this. Only 4 more plot holes are left to cover, and let's talk about Sky Island next. Luffy and Zoro were absolutely humiliated for even thinking that Sky Island exists. They were literally beaten up and laughed out of the bar. But as it turned out, the Sky Island actually does exist. As the story progressed and we were introduced to more characters, it seemed like everyone went to the Sky Island. Even if we don't count the top tiers like Roger and Kaido, Uruge was seen preying on the Sky Island, and even good old Bellamy found his way up there. Despite everyone making the Sky Island seem like something super mysterious, it's not. It was even stated that there's a much safer way to get there somewhere in the New World. So it really doesn't make sense how more people didn't at least hear about it. Well, since we gotten this far, how about we discuss Chopper's ridiculously low bounty next? I know his bounty is used as comic relief, but after all this time, shouldn't the world government have realized that Chopper is more than just a pet? You could say that the world government never seen Chopper's real strength, but that's not really true. For example, during the Enies Lobby arc, Chopper defeated Kumadori, a CP9 agent working directly for the government. This alone should earn him a sizable bounty. I'm not going to spend more time talking about it since it's obviously just a gag, but come on, give the little guy the proper bounty he deserves. Before we cover the biggest plot hole in the entire One Piece, let's quickly cover this one that I'm sure none of you noticed. In chapter 605, the monster trio is equipped with swim coating, which was supposed to allow them to breathe underwater, kind of like a diving suit. There is limited air inside these bubbles, so it is to be used wisely. However, Luffy immediately ignores the science and somehow uses Gear 3 while inside the bubble. This obviously shouldn't be possible, as there's no additional air for Luffy to use. What's even funnier is that only a few panels before, Frankie refrained from using coup de burst because their bubble air supply was limited. I guess the same exact logic doesn't apply to Luffy. Devil fruits are pretty straightforward. You eat them, gain some absurd ability, and you cannot be in the water for the rest of your life. However, there have been a few characters in the show who completely defied this logic. For example, when Boa was taking a bath, she wasn't feeling weak. It was a calm and relaxing experience for her. This is a bit weird because in reality, she should look something more like Luffy in this photo when he tried to take a bath. But let's forget about Boa for now. What the hell happened to Mr. 3 on this panel? You can clearly see that he is knocked out, but is somehow floating on water instead of drowning? However, the funniest mistake has to be this one in episode 989, when Kinemon literally hides underwater. To be fair, this is not Oda's mistake, as this specific scene doesn't exist in the manga, but still, you have to admit that it looks pretty funny.